Well, good afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Happy, well, it would be a happy, but happy almost Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, whatever. Let's start off with welcome. I am Jay with Guilty of Crime, and we're back. Today it's a heartbreaking day, guys. We've been covering this case since day one. And even when those that didn't cover this case, we still covered it. Even when we only got hundreds of views, I was invested in this case. Little Melodee Buzzard, 9 years old at the time, has now been found. She was shot dead, guys. A lot of you guys might not have known what happened, but we're going to get into all of it. And we're going to get into how, what, when, where, the arrest, and all the details that we can do today. Kathy Pentecost, thank you for the Guilty of Crime membership. And I also want to thank Dahlia for the 249 super sticker. Although today is a sad day for Melodee Buzzard, may she rest in peace. And may those that were praying for her, that were protesting for her just days before, may they get some resolve that Ashley Buzzard is now arrested. And we're going to go through the whole case today, guys. I did not hop on here originally, like everyone else did, at actually 2 o'clock, because my daughter is off for vacation and we were putting together a gingerbread house that Jamie Casey from the Crime Crew gave us. So what's more important? Hug your children, tell them you love them. You never know when's the last time or when something bad's going to happen. So that being said, we're going to get the show started. Janet Rawlings, thank you for the $2 super sticker. I have a $25 gift card at the end of the show that I'm going to give away to somebody that really needs it. Somebody that doesn't have enough money to complete their dinner or get that gift. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. I will not be here. I will be with my family. As you can see, Santa Claus is coming, baby. That's what she said. Do you see my shirt? Look at that. It says Santa Claus, and then it says is coming. And then Santa Claus says, that's what she said. y'all know, we got to get in the spirit. So today I did that behind me. Last year I did a Christmas special and I had Santa Claus behind me. So Santa Claus is coming and he says, that's what she said. And if y'all know me, you know that's what she said, right? Right. All right, let's get that. Let's get the momentum going. Come on in, guys. Get in here, get that energy up, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, get a membership if you can. It's a very naughty shirt, and I'm a very naughty girl. So, that being said, let's do it. We definitely got to do some members only over the time that I'm off. I'm going to be off, guys, for 2 weeks. So we're going to be hanging out after the holidays. All right, Jay has nothing to do tomorrow or the day after because her family doesn't like her. You're right, Brandon. My family doesn't like me and I have nothing to do. You gotta love these trolls that are coming. We're over here talking about a little 9-year-old girl that was found shot dead to death, and we're giving out Christmas spirit. We've been giving things out all week, and we've got a person like that has the Grinch of a spirit. So guys, mods, do me a favor. I'm not gonna let anybody break my spirit today. So that being said, let's get these people out. If they do that, guys, then we just gotta kick them out of our channel. They're not allowed back. Just boot them. All right. Ashley is arrested and Jen Soto's next. Okay, I'm just gonna jump right out of the gate real quick, guys, before I start explaining anything. I'm going to jump right out of the gate and show you some visuals here. Well, first of all, let's say a prayer that Melodee Buzzard is resting in peace now. Okay. And guys, I love you guys so much. Let's kick the trolls out. We're in a fantastic mood. Our family loves us. My family loves me. Y'all love me. My mom loves me. We all love each other. There we go. We're not going to be Grinches. And Jamie, I made that gingerbread house that you gave me today with my daughter, baby Guilty. So there we go. One person at least likes me. And if anyone else likes me and I like what I do on this channel, hit that like button, subscribe, get a membership, super chat, super sticker, all that. We're going to be giving stuff away at the end of the show. So let's make that goal. All right. Where's Melodee Buzzard? Well, now we know where she was found. Her body was found in Utah. Many of you might have missed that she was shot to death. All right. Now, I 100% believe now that Ashley Buzzard was having a mental breakdown and she was just waiting. And I mean waiting to get arrested. She knew she was going to get arrested. Let's watch that arrest and then just follow me. I promise you, I've been covering this case since day one. I've got the mots. All right. I've got the mots. I've got the details. All right. Just a couple of. Come on in, y'all. Merry Christmas Eve to you. Merry happy holidays. Santa Claus is coming, baby. And I am Santa. Isn't that beautiful to see this crazy bitch? And I'm sorry, guys, but this little girl, Melodee, if you saw my niece, I have a niece that actually has my middle name. Her middle name is my first name, and that's not Jay. That's not my real name, but I have a niece, and my mom has a granddaughter that looks just like little Melodee Buzzard. So this hits close to home in the way she looks. I also grew up down south in Los Angeles. This is Lompoc, but it hits close to me, guys. So let's say a prayer. Let's watch this crazy bitch get arrested again. And I'm going to give you everything I got today. This is the day before Christmas Eve and the holidays. I won't see you guys again probably until next week. So let's just give it all we got. Today, baby girl got her wings. You're damn right she did. And they're well deserved. All right. Thank you, Mama Sage. I did it because y'all wanted me to do it. Let's be real. Everyone said, Jay, I don't recognize you. Jay, I don't like your hair looking black. So that being said, even Baby Guilty said that to me. Baby Guilty said, I asked Baby Guilty, how does my hair look? And she said, well, now you look like you. All right. Merry Christmas. Happiest of holidays. And this takes the cake. I knew she was going to be arrested sooner or later. Just when, and today she was arrested. And we now know the cause of death. We all know she did it, but I was hoping it wasn't true. Well, I thought she was just waiting to get arrested. Let's watch this one more time, and then we're going to get into the full details. I don't want to miss anything, and then someone come in and say, wait, what? All right. Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate it. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Yeah, I'm in San Jose, California. I'm in the Bay. Now, listen, everybody. I'm going to just put this on while I'm talking real quick. Listen, in the presser, which we're going to watch at the end, in the press conference, they thanked the Grand Junction police. They thanked the Utah police. This went across many states and many borders. Now, they're going to ask where it's going to be tried, and I'm sure it's going to be tried down south. I would love, love, love to go to that trial. All right. Remember, I am in San Jose. This is down south. It's like an hour flight. So let's see if we can get that to happen ultimately. If a trial happens. Opal Sis, good to see you. Cheryl McDonald, good to see you. We're still waiting on a mugshot, guys. And I'd like for you guys, if you see a mugshot during the show, please, please, please do me a favor and send it to my email and I'll put it up. All right, let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it. I'm going to put this on so you can see the date. We do everything that we do everything to document this. And then I'm going to tell you, I didn't even catch that, guys. I did not catch that she was shot. Nobody said that until minutes ago.
This is the 9-year-old who went missing back in October after going on a cross-country road trip with her mother in a rental vehicle. Today, we are finding out that earlier this month, at the beginning of December 2025, remains were found in an area of Utah that Ashley Buzzard was believed to have traveled with Melodee Buzzard in. Authorities revealed today that they were able to positively get confirmation through DNA that the remains that were found earlier this month were in fact those of 9-year-old Melodee Buzzard. And shortly after that,
And do you guys realize that they knew that they had her already, but they needed to confirm the DNA? They've known for a while. Now, there's a misprint in one of the articles. One of the articles says that Melodee Buzzard was dead for months. That's not true. They said she was dead for months already when we started doing this, which isn't true because of the timeline. All right. So that we're going to fill in all the details after this. I just wanted to document the time, the date, and what the hell with this crazy lady. Look at her. No wig for you. You took the life of your daughter. The most precious thing on this planet that a mother could do is have a child, and you destroyed that child. Remember, she had another child taken away from her already. What is wrong with California and letting her have Melodee? And look at that, guys. This makes me so sick that you see little Melodee Buzzard up there with her wig on, going into the place on the camera. She's got a little smile, thinking her mom and her are going on a road trip. She's gonna get some mom-daughter time, and her mom shoots her to death and leaves her to die out in the middle of nowhere in Utah, where some strangers had to find her body. If anyone's going to go anywhere, she's gonna go straight to hell.
Discovery was made, Ashley Buzzard was taken into custody again. Law enforcement was knocking at Ashley Buzzard's door this morning with a warrant to arrest her. She would not come to the door though, so they had to force entry in order to get her out of the house in handcuffs. Based on the current timeline that we have, Melodee Buzzard was last seen on October 9th, 2025 on surveillance footage, and then we know that Ashley Buzzard returned back home to Lompoc, California on October 10th, so she was likely killed between October 9th and October 10th.
And guys, there's another sighting of her that they saw on October 10th. So she must have died on October. Then we're going to find out later that she probably died in the early morning hours, midday of the 10th, because there was a sighting. Remember, for 6 months. Thank you. Hit that like for Jay. Thank you. Not because you like what we're talking about, because you like the true crime that we present. She had several shots to her head. We're going to take a look at that route right now. Right after this, y'all see what happened. I don't want to spread misinformation, so let me just read the article right after this.
Obviously, there's a lot of information that is going to still come out. Melodee COD, her MOD, if that's even something that the medical examiner can determine, charges that Ashley is going to be facing. Authorities are going to be holding a press conference at 2 p.m. local time, and we should get some more information at that time. You guys know I'll be continuing to keep you updated as things come out, so make sure that you guys are following me. What do you guys think about all of this? Let me know in the comments.
All right. Thanks, Matt Thibodeau. We do appreciate you. Now it's time to just put that up there for a second so you can see what I'm talking about. There's the map. There's where she traveled from Lompoc, California, all the way up into, remember I told you Grand Junction is a very specific place. Unless you know somebody. Well, she made it that way, but then when she came back on the way in Utah is where she decided to dump her baby's body. All right, so we're going to get into the article now. In loving memory of Melodee Buzzard. Cheryl McDonald, Merry Christmas to you. Thank you so much. All of that helps towards our goal. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. Much love to you always, every day. All right, let's read this article, guys. Missing Lompoc girl Melodee Buzzard shot. All right, here we go. Fatally shot. You see it on the top of the screen? Missing Lompoc girl Melodee Buzzard was fatally shot, and her mom is the suspect, officials say. All right, here we go. And this must be the arrest from previous, because she has a wig on right there. So they're just kind of going over things that happened here. All right, listen. Melodee Buzzard, 9 years old, was last seen October 9th. She and her mother went on a road trip in a rental car. What to know? 9-year-old Melodee Buzzard was last seen in October on a road trip out of state with her mother. Sheriff's Department began investigating the case on October 14th after a school administrator reported Melodee had not been seen at school for several days. Detectives said Melodee and her mother, Ashley Buzzard, left California October 7th in a white 2024 Chevy Malibu, traveled to Nebraska, or as far as. Investigators scheduled a 2 p.m. news conference, which we're going to watch after this. The body of missing 9-year-old Lompoc girl, I'm going to say her name, Melodee Buzzard, who's been missing since October, was found earlier this month, guys, in a remote part of Utah with a gunshot wound to the head. No, with gunshot wounds to the head. Authorities, while naming her mother's suspect. All right. So it is true, guys. It is true. She was shot in the head with multiple gunshots to her head and then tossed in the Utah remote area where hikers later found her. All right. So, yeah, I know there was speculation. Now you know. All right. Now you know it's Melodee Buzzard. Melodee Buzzard's no longer with us. It says right here, Melodee was found in a remote part of Utah with gunshot wounds, multiple to the head. Authorities said while naming her suspect, Ashley. Melodee Buzzard, guys, her decomposed body was found in Wayne County, Utah. Listen, guys, it was found on December 8th. Santa Barbara County Sheriff Bill Brown said during a news conference today. Law enforcement source familiar with the investigation also told NBC that the girl's body was found out of state. When the body was discovered, the immediate identification was not possible, but it was clear that the deceased was a female with gunshot wounds, multiple wounds to the head, Brown said. More than a week after the body was discovered, the FBI crime lab was able to confirm, based on the DNA analysis, that the remains indeed were those of Melodee Buzzard. Ashley Buzzard, Melodee's mother, was arrested for first-degree murder and being held without bail today, this afternoon. Sheriff Brown said while the alleged murder weapon was not found, investigators seized a single cartridge case that matched the cartridge case found at the Utah crime scene at Ashley Buzzard's home. So they found a freaking casing that matched the gun in her house. Investigators believe Ashley Buzzard, 40 years old, acted alone. Authorities provide updates after the body. All right, let's see what it says. Let's see if we can get this without an ad.
Members of our...
Oh, okay. So this is going to be the press conference. Do you guys want to watch the press conference first, and then we'll get all the details and we can watch everything after? Is that okay? Okay, that's what we're going to do, because this is the most up-to-date information that you'll get, and then we'll go into everything else I have. Let's do that together now.
Sheriff's Office and the FBI arrested her mother, Ashley Lynn Buzzard, for her murder. Maternal filicide is rare and always difficult to comprehend. But this level of criminal activity is particularly shocking given the calculated, cold-blooded, and criminally sophisticated premeditation.
Now, listen, I wanted to save this for after, but this is a really good press conference right now, and the sound is really, really good. Okay, I was watching it earlier on other people's channel, and I could only hear it in one ear. It was really low. So if that happened to you earlier and you watch this, please watch it again, because there's details that you might not have picked up on. Not only that, like, how did you guys not know that she had multiple gunshot wounds to her head after watching the press conference? All right. And yeah, I agree that there's hatred, and not only hatred, but also, I believe that she was jealous of her daughter, and I believe that she killed Melodee Buzzard because if she can't have her, nobody could. She knew they were going to take Melodee Buzzard away from her like they did with their first daughter, and so she killed her. Okay, that's my interpretation of the motive. They didn't say that, but I'm going to tell you, if I can't have her, no one can. I've seen it way too many times.
And heartlessness that went into planning it, and the ruthlessness that went into actually committing the crime. We have recovered a significant amount of evidence that clearly indicates that this heinous crime was committed by Ashley Buzzard, Melodee's mother, and the very person upon who she relied upon and trusted the most in this world. From the moment this case was reported, our detectives pursued every lead with determination, with urgency, and with compassion. Our investigators and those of our allied agencies worked simultaneously on multiple fronts, some maintaining around-the-clock surveillance of Ashley Buzzard, while others focused on the painstaking collection, analysis, and verification of physical, digital, and forensic evidence. That sustained effort was critical in bringing this case to where it stands today. Throughout this investigation, our detectives faced deliberate efforts to prevent them from finding Melodee and uncovering the truth. Despite those attempts, their focus never wavered. They remained disciplined, methodical, and relentless in their pursuit of the facts. Whenever obstacles were placed in their path, they overcame them. When cooperation was withheld, they relied on the evidence.
We don't know.
Their commitment did not falter, and their determination did not fade.
Now we're going to watch this press conference together real quick, and then we can go answer questions, or if it's really, if it's really important, obviously I'll chime in, but I really want you guys to hear what's happening here. I don't even remember them talking about her being shot in the head, but I saw that now. So that's what we're listening to. I'll chime in as little as possible, only because I have so much to say after this.
They followed the facts wherever they led, and that ultimately is what brought clarity and resolution to this case. Now I'm going to go over a timeline of the major developments in this case. Before I do that, though, and before I walk through it, I want to thank in particular, and we'll go into some further detail of our allied agencies that helped us, but two in particular that I want to recognize at the start of this, and that is the Federal Bureau of Investigation, which has been with us throughout the investigation and has helped us not only in our regional area, but also out of state. And I particularly want to thank Sheriff Micah Gully and the members of the Wayne County Sheriff's Office in Wayne County, Utah, and every other agency.
And guys, pay attention up here, because up here they're going to have the official timeline. Now, I pulled the timeline from their Santa Barbara County, but they hadn't updated it. Now, behind him, there's going to be a timeline. So listen and watch carefully, because we will go back over these things as we continue. I have a lot more to go over today than just this. I want to tell you what happened just days before this happened, and even more.
Agency that assisted us with their partnership, their professionalism, and for their commitment to this case. This level of coordination among jurisdictions was essential. It was superb, and we are grateful for the support provided at every stage. While this remains an active criminal case and certain details are still being investigated and cannot be disclosed at this time, I can share with you now a timeline outlining the major investigative milestones. October 14th, 2005, a school administrator reported Melodee's prolonged absence from school. Deputies responded to the family's residence in Lompoc, where her mother, Ashley Buzzard, was contacted. Melodee was not at the residence, and Ashley provided no verifiable explanation for Melodee's whereabouts.
Which has been the entire time, right? So either we thought that she sold her or that she took her life. Either way, we knew that something nefarious had happened. She was making, if you guys remember, she made Melodee dolls. She literally took clothing and stuffed it up and put it on the couch and put a face on it. That was creepy. And then her cutting out the picture, the faces of her daughter. So I knew then something was really not right. And I had a feeling this outcome was going to happen. Although I was hoping for the best, I was not looking at statistics because I was wishing and praying and hoping, but that's where we are. And thank you, Jamie. I appreciate you.
October 15th, 2025. Detectives served a search warrant at the Buzzard residence in the 500 block of Mars Avenue in the Lompoc area, looking for evidence pertaining to Melodee's whereabouts. Subsequent to the search warrant, it was determined that Ashley had recently rented a car, and video surveillance images were obtained showing Ashley and Melodee at the rental car office, both of them wearing wigs in an apparent attempt to conceal their identity. These images were shared with the public on October the 22nd.
And you see how he's going down the timeline. But I want you to remember, when we looked at the video of little Melodee, she looked like she was having a good time. Like, yes, I finally get to get out of the house. Mom and I are going to go on a road trip. We're going to stop and we're getting a car to make sure it doesn't break down. Let's go get some snacks. Remember the things that you did with your mom. I remember the things that I do with baby Guilty every day. So yeah, she was making a Melodee doll out of different stuffings and body and pillows and socks, and like right then I knew something was really messed up.
In an attempt to obtain additional information about their whereabouts.
Hey, Jenna Bug.
On October 24th, 2025, detectives shared an updated timeline and travel route with the public of Melodee's last known movements along a multi-state round-trip travel route that included California, Nevada, Arizona, Utah, Wyoming, and Nebraska, with a return route including Kansas, Colorado, Utah, Arizona, Nevada, and then back to California. Detectives learned that along this trip, Ashley switched the license plates on the vehicle she had rented.
Which we started to know that, right? When they arrested her, I believe, in order to find out where Melodee was and to get the search warrants to be able to get her phone, electronic pings, etc. Well, it kind of worked because they knew around where her stops were, where they were looking. But the weird part is that just random strangers found her body. Now, I think she was working up her nerve along the route to take her daughter's life. I think she was trying to find the perfect opportunity where she was going to find a spot to kill her and then dump her. That's what I think she was doing. All right. Mab says the king has arrived.
To a New York plate, and found out that she would back her vehicle into gas stations in an apparent attempt to avoid detection by their surveillance cameras. Melodee was last seen on video surveillance with Ashley on the Colorado side of the Colorado-Utah border on Thursday, October 9th, 2025. And detectives now believe that Melodee was murdered shortly after that stop.
Right here. Right when she switched plates, guys, October 8th, it says. October 8th, and then October 9th is when the sighting at Colorado-Utah border, and ultimately Utah is where they found her body. All right. Again, she's probably an excited little girl to be on a road trip with her mom.
October the 30th, sheriff's detectives, along with the FBI evidence response team, responded and served follow-up search warrants at the home of Ashley Buzzard, as well as for a storage locker that she had rented and upon the car that she had recently rented as well. During the search of the Mars Avenue residence, an expended cartridge case was recovered.
Me too.
During the search of the vehicle, a live round of similar ammunition was located. Detectives submitted the expended cartridge case to the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives for inclusion in their national database called NIBIN, the National Integrated Ballistic Information Network. December the 6th, 2025, members of the Wayne County Sheriff's Office in Utah responded to a call from a man and a woman who were taking photos just off the 3300 block of East State Route 24.
And pay attention to what we're looking at here too, because they're giving us an idea. All right. They're giving us a timeline and they're giving us an idea of what happened to little Melodee Buzzard. And it's absolutely heartbreaking. But I think what might be worse is if we never found her body, if she was just out there thrown like garbage in a piece of trash, decomposing all alone out there, right? At least she can be laid to rest. We knew when we were following this case that was bound to happen. I'm sure you all of us crime crew and all the people that watch this every single day and we cover these cases, we knew the gravity of this situation. Beautifully you, 25. Good to see you, Avis.
In a remote part of Wayne County, Utah. This couple had discovered the decomposed body of a deceased person off of the side adjacent to West Caneville Road. On December 8th, 2025, a member of the Wayne County Sheriff's Office notified the Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Office of the discovery of the unidentified found body. Although immediate identification of the deceased person was not possible, it was apparent that the decedent was a female who had died from gunshot wounds to the head.
All right, you guys just heard that. I think a lot of people missed that. It was some hikers, Mab. Some hikers were out there in Utah doing their thing, what they do, and they were hiking and they found her. Thank you. It says Santa Claus is coming to town, and Santa says, that's what she said. Bump. All right. All right, yes, shot multiple times, guys, in the head. Imagine the fear. I hope she didn't see her mom do that. I hope her mom didn't look her in the eyes when she did that to her, guys. And remember, we're still going to get the cause of death. I don't know about the autopsy because she's a minor. I'm not sure how that's going to work in California, but I bet you there were other things done to her as well.
December 17th, 2025. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives examination of cartridge cases found at the Utah crime scene resulted in a NIBIN hit, linking them to the single cartridge case that was found at the Buzzard residence. On December 22nd, yesterday, the FBI crime lab notified our agency that DNA analysis had determined that the remains found in Utah were a familial DNA match to Ashley Buzzard. Absolutely. Today, December 23rd, 2025, members of the Santa Barbara Sheriff's Office and the FBI served search and arrest warrants at the Mars Avenue residence and arrested Ashley Lynn Buzzard for the murder of Melodee Buzzard.
Good.
Ashley was taken into custody without incident, and she was booked at the Northern Branch Jail for first-degree murder, where she is currently being held without bail.
And guys, I don't think she's going to get any kind of break. She has not been talking or cooperating the entire time. And this level of criminal activity that they're looking at is very calculated, cold-blooded AF for somebody to do that to their child, and criminally sophisticated. And she better be charged with massive premeditation, because this is just a heartless, disgusting, evil act against a child. Yes, it's like Lori Vallow. We knew that that was going to be the case, that she was either going to be found not alive, or if ever found, trafficked. We knew that it wasn't going to be a good outcome.
While these developments represent important steps towards holding Ashley Buzzard accountable for the murder of her daughter,
she won't talk.
They do not diminish the profound loss that we are acknowledging today. Because this case is now moving through the court system, there are limits on what additional detail we can share publicly at this time. At this point, I'm going to ask Lieutenant Chris Gottschall to recognize the personnel and agencies whose work in our region was instrumental in this investigation.
Thank you, Sheriff. Good afternoon.
Now, listen, guys, absolutely, she didn't need to take her life, but I'm telling you right now, I have a feeling the motive was, if I can't have her, nobody can. She did not want, and she already knew people wanted Melodee. People were fighting to get Melodee, and that's what brought this on in the first place, is she didn't want to lose custody, all right? And yeah, we said that about Jen Soto. Jen Soto still hasn't been arrested, but we're glad that Ashley Buzzard has been. May Melodee Buzzard now rest in peace.
This case required an extraordinary level of coordination and commitment amongst all agencies. I want to specifically recognize the detectives who tirelessly worked from the very beginning, including lead detective Joe Oliver, Detective Ruben Esparza, Detective Matt Maxwell, Detective Cliff Cabasad, Detective Thomas Brownlee, and Sergeant Jeff McDonald, along with numerous investigators, sheriff's deputies, professional staff, and support personnel who contributed countless hours to this effort. I'd also like to acknowledge our allied agencies whose cooperation and assistance were essential to advancing this investigation across multiple jurisdictions. A special thanks to our Santa Maria resident agency of the FBI, Supervisory Senior Resident Agent Mike Rusev, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, the California Department of Justice, the Santa Barbara County District Attorney's Office, Santa Barbara County Child Welfare Services, the Lompoc Unified School District, and Santa Barbara County Search and Rescue. At this time, I would like to invite Special Agent in Charge Patrick Grandy, executive from the FBI Los Angeles Field Office.
Now, remember, if you haven't heard this already, keep on listening, because this went across state lines, and now they're talking about the FBI because she went across state lines. Princess Gumshoe, December 21st, was 5 years since West brothers were last seen. Wow. All right. Good they have evidence. Absolutely good they have evidence. Thank you, Desert Nails. Appreciate you.
Speak about the FBI's key role in supporting this investigation.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Patrick Grandy. I'm a special agent in charge with the FBI's Los Angeles Field Office. Various FBI field offices in multiple states devoted resources to this investigation, and I can confidently speak on behalf of all FBI employees when I say that our collective hearts are broken as a result of this senseless outcome. The agents in our Santa Maria office, just north of here, worked tirelessly for the past couple of months with the Santa Barbara Sheriff's Office, and this has no doubt affected them as well personally. We were all hoping to find Melodee alive, as you undoubtedly were as well. That said, the FBI will continue to provide resources to the County of Santa Barbara as they pursue justice.
Now, that's very true. Although there's a ton of circumstantial evidence, and I'm sure there's going to be DNA, that is huge. That's a huge key piece of evidence, Val. And I hope they use that as a bargaining chip to get the maximum amount of time. I don't know if this crazy lady's going to end up going to trial, but that spent casing, or even the spent casing, let's say they didn't find that. They found, they pulled it out of her body and they found the identical match of the bullet, right? Even if they found the same kind, you could check it by the batch number, etc. I doubt she was a regular shooter, so it's very easy to find when someone doesn't shoot often. They use a few bullets and then you come back. That's what they found. All right, Indy Isham, thank you so much. She says thank you, Jay and mods. Love to everyone. Mwah. Merry Christmas to you, Indy, and we do appreciate you. Yeah, the striations on the shell don't lie, Val, but a lot of people think that it's not real evidence. It is. It is.
Just for Melodee, whether that be laboratory services, running down leads in other states, or other investigative assets. As I mentioned, this investigation spanned multiple states. FBI field offices in Denver, Kansas City, Las Vegas, Omaha, Salt Lake City, San Diego, and San Francisco, as well as numerous other local partners provided resources. In particular, as the sheriff mentioned, the Wayne County Sheriff's Department in Utah and their medical examiner for their dedication to Melodee's remains once they were found. Thank you in advance for bearing with me, as I would like to recognize the following agencies that also played a significant role in this investigation. As the sheriff mentioned, it was quite extensive. From the state of Colorado, the Chaffee County Sheriff's Office, the Colorado Bureau of Investigation, Colorado Department of Transportation, Colorado State Police, Fremont County Sheriff's Office, Grand Junction, Colorado Police Department, Gunnison Police Department, Gunnison Sheriff's Office, Salida Police Department. From the state of Nebraska, the Nebraska State Police. From the state of Utah, the Paiute County Sheriff's Office, St. George Police Department, the Utah State Bureau of Investigation, and the Utah Department of Public Safety. Lastly, I'd like to recognize the media for reporting on this story continuously.
And they're going to ask a few questions that y'all might have on your mind, and then we've got more for you. So buckle up, stay here, hit that like button, get yourself a membership, because we're giving away a gift card after this show. So very disturbing. You took the words out of my mouth, NeuroVX. Very disturbing to see the last CCTV footage of Melodee. Loved her mom looking at her, almost smiling in the inside of the car rental place. I pray for justice, as God will ensure eternal justice. Rest in peace, Melodee. I couldn't have said that better.
And for members of the public who called in tips. We continue to urge anyone with information about Melodee's murder to contact law enforcement.
They did.
Thank you, and I'll turn it back over to the sheriff.
And we're going to go back a few days. They absolutely dropped the charges against her for the other case of holding a hostage, and they took her ankle monitor off. Regardless, they found little Melodee Buzzard's body, and they've arrested Ashley Buzzard.
Thank you.
Hey, Sheriff Homegirl.
Let me just conclude by saying these remarks. The circumstances of Melodee Buzzard's murder are heartbreaking. All of us who have been involved in this case have been deeply affected by it. We were hoping against hope that she would be safely found. This outcome is deeply tragic.
Yep.
And on behalf of the entire Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Office, I want to extend our deepest condolences to those who knew and loved Melodee. I want to take a moment to speak directly to the Meza and Buzzard families who have endured unimaginable pain throughout this ordeal. Their strength, their patience, and their steadfast hope have been evident from the very beginning. No family should ever have to experience this kind of loss, and our hearts are with them today and will be with them in the difficult days ahead. We stand with them and we remain committed to securing justice for Melodee. I also want to thank the members of the media, both you here in our region.
Now, they do have a death penalty here in California, and I have a feeling we're going to hear those words to scare her, but I don't know that they're going to actually do any of that, and they might scare her enough to take a deal, all right, and tell everything. Juanita, love you too, my friend.
And those out of state for your continued coverage, including the conveyance of Melodee's image and the circumstances of her disappearance all across America. Your involvement played a meaningful role in advancing this investigation.
Aww. Hey, Angel Light.
To the members of our community
good to
who
see
followed
you.
this case closely, thank you for your engagement, for your support, and for your willingness to come forward with information.
You're welcome.
The loss of a child is among the most profound tragedies any community can endure.
Yep,
and that loss
I
is
know.
exacerbated when it is at the hand of someone else, and particularly at the hand of the one who should have loved them the most.
That's the most heartbreaking part, guys. As she looked to her mom, she probably smiled to her mom. They joke. You tickle your kids, you play with them. How can you shoot your child in the head multiple times? That almost makes me want to cry. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. Breathe. Okay. Foxy Box giveaway today, guys. So at the end of the show, we need you to be a member. You got to be in green. And you've got to be in here, hit the like, all that. We're giving away a $25 gift card, and we're giving away a Foxy Box today. All right. So get your whatever you need to get your stuff on. Yeah, she's an evil bee. I agree.
Today, we stand together in grief, but also with resolve. Melodee deserved a far better life than she had. We will honor her memory by ensuring that every step of this process is handled with care, compassion, and a steadfast commitment.
Dad passed away when she was 6 months old, but Dad's family has always wanted to have a relationship with Melodee. As a matter of fact, they did. They had custody for a while, and they gave custody back to Ashley.
To justice. Our investigation does not end here. We will continue working closely with prosecutors and ensure that the judicial process moves forward with integrity.
Welcome.
May God bless the innocent soul of Melodee Alani Buzzard, who we will never, ever forget. Thank you, and I'll now turn it back over to our PIO, Rock Kelsey.
We have allotted some time if anybody has any follow-up questions. Again, reinforcing the fact that we do have an ongoing investigation, and while we're trying to balance transparency with seeking justice for Melodee, so we do have an opportunity to take just a few questions. Yes, Crystal.
Yeah, Raquel, I'm just curious, do we believe at this moment that Ashley acted alone, or is there any potential leads that other suspects may be involved?
So the question is, do we believe that Ashley acted alone in this homicide? I'll turn it over to
Now, I want you guys to realize that we listened and we heard a lot of things before we knew that Melodee was dead. And when you actually go back to that recording that Ashley and that Tyler guy did, now we can listen and we can hear that she already had killed Melodee, and She was telling Tyler, you're going to get arrested for seeing this stuff. You're going to get arrested for knowing. Aren't you afraid of getting arrested? In hindsight, when we look back and we listen to that Melodee recording, she tells us everything we need to know about what she did. And she's telling Tyler, you're going to be implicated in it. Now, when you listen to it, it makes sense. Melissa, absolutely. So sad. Too much evil in this world. We wouldn't be here for this if there weren't, right?
To Lieutenant Gottschall, please step to the podium.
Thank you for your question. Our investigation thus far has revealed that at this time, we don't believe that anyone else was involved.
Right here, yes.
Raquel, the sheriff mentioned the retrieval of cartridges
Yes.
and live rounds. Is the murder weapon in evidence?
So the question is about the location of the murder weapon, if we have that in our evidence or in our possession at this time. I'll turn that over to Sheriff Brown.
Thank you. Yeah, the short answer is no. We do not have the murder weapon yet, but we continue to seek it.
Yet.
I'll come back to you for your follow-up question in just a moment. Go ahead.
Remember, guys, this just happened, and that wackadoodle Ashley Buzzard had been packing and moving stuff into a storage locker. She was doing that the whole time. And did you know she was living at the back of the house? She had moved all of her stuff and barricaded herself into the back of that house that I hope at some point we see inside. They actually had to break the door frame to get in there because she wasn't cooperating. This is one crazy, sick individual. All right. Crazy, sick individual. I would love to go to court and look in her eyes and see her face to face. Thank you, Angel of Light. Poor Melodee, heartbreak. Good to see you, my friend. It's always a good time to see you.
Yes.
Will this case be tried in Santa Barbara County or elsewhere?
Okay, so the question is where this trial will take place. I believe Sheriff Brown will have a response for that.
Yes, the plan is that this trial will take place here, since the intent was believed to have been formed.
Now, guys, I'm only like about 3.5, 4 hours from Santa Barbara, and it's not a big place. So if anyone else wants to go to keep up on this and go to the trial and meet me there and all that stuff, keep me posted on what's going on with this, because I'm going to cover a lot more cases after this. And I covered a lot more before this. So keep me posted. I would love to make it down there and be in court and see her, look her in the eye.
Here in our county prior to going on this road trip and committing the actual crime.
So we're going to have room for just a couple more questions. I'll volley back here. Yes.
And for any of you, I know early in the investigation, investigators had been out in those various areas along the road trip. Had that area in Wayne County been searched at all?
So the question is if investigators on their initial routes had been through that area of Wayne County. I believe you're asking if we'd specifically probably been to the scene of the crime.
Yeah.
I'm going to refer to Lieutenant Gottschall for that.
Thank you for your question. We've been following a ton of leads, looking at a lot of different data and information. It is an expansive area of the United States that we were researching, and unfortunately, we didn't have specific location information until recently.
I know.
Yes.
When can we expect a mugshot of Ashley to be released?
I'll have you email me privately on that. We'll proceed with that. We'll take one final question here, and then that'll be a wrap for us. Yes.
Is there a motive that you can share with us?
A motive.
The question is to a motive. If we have one established, I'll have Sheriff Brown cover.
All right, let's see what he says. But she's not going to be able to claim insanity because it was cold, calculating, deliberate, and premeditated by the way it looks. And that's what they said earlier in this. There's no way she's going to get a deal for her being crazy. There's no way any attorney, in my opinion, is going to be able to claim that with the disgusting, cold, calculating. Everything she did was cold, calculating, and disturbing and disgusting. No freaking way in hell that's going to happen. No way, no how.
We have not established a motive at this point. We have obviously established that it is what's known as a filicide, the slaying of a child, in this case, a maternal filicide. And there's been a lot of study and a lot of discussion about that and what motivates people to do that. But as far as an actual direct motive, we haven't established that yet.
Thank you.
A very quick follow-up. I know that Ashley, you had described her as uncooperative throughout the investigation. Can you describe her demeanor now? Has she spoken or confessed in any way? Can you talk about her demeanor now?
Yeah, I can tell you that as of this morning, no, there
Yep.
was no change in her.
No cooperation, guys. She's not gonna cooperate.
Thank you all very much for coming out and for being patient with us through this process, not just today, but throughout the entirety of the investigation. And again, we really do appreciate the media's coverage of this very important case. And that's going to conclude.
If the media wouldn't have covered this case in the way they did, guys, and when I say the media, I mean even the YouTubers like Dolly Vision that went down there and the people that stood out there protesting, which we're going to go over that real quick next. All right, we're going to go over all that. So please stay here, hit that like button, subscribe. How long has she been missing? Well, she was officially missing since October 9th was the last time they saw her, but she died, they're guessing, between October 9th and October 10th. So her body was already decomposing over there. It's been decomposing for months. All right. The devil motivates her. I agree. All right, guys, we have more for you. So stay here.
Thank you very much.
That was probably the best press conference that I've seen in a very, very long time. And not only that, guys, not only was that the best press conference I've seen, I'm glad that I was able to find that one last minute because the other ones were terrible. Terrible. I couldn't hear them at all. All right, let's do this. And I got some things to show you.
10-year-old girl has been arrested for first-degree murder in California. The Santa Barbara County Sheriff says that Melodee Buzzard's body was found in early December in Utah and that there is a significant amount of evidence.
And that's why I want you to see, kind of go back. I'm going to show you a couple days ago what happened. None of us even knew about this or reported on it because we had moved on to other cases. So I didn't think it was a big deal. Evan, message me, guiltyofcrimebyj@gmail.com. You guys don't be afraid to message me if y'all want to meet up at a trial somewhere.
Indicate that she was murdered by her mother, Ashley Buzzard. ABC's Alex Stone joins me now with the latest. And Alex, just a shocking development here. But what have we learned from investigators today about this case?
I know,
Well,
Maggie.
Alex, the search has been going on since early October, and there had been hope that Melodee was going to be found alive, that she was with somebody, that she had been handed off to them, and that she was alive. But now we know early this month, on December 6th, a couple in Wayne County, Utah, in a rural area of Utah.
All right, so it was a couple in Wayne County, Utah. All right, that's what I wanted to tell you. That was a great press conference. Most wouldn't have given that much information. I agree, absolutely. Bakersfield Police didn't give any information in the West case, but had a very solid case. Right. What a monster. She's gross. Right. A couple. Thank Jesus for that couple that found her body on December 22nd. It was the beginning of December. Damn, man.
They were out taking photos and they came upon a decomposed body.
Okay, so pay attention to that. A lot of people are going to ask again, who found her? Because you missed that. I'm going to say it again. A couple from Utah was out hiking or looking around, hanging out, taking pictures, and they found a heavily decomposed Melodee Buzzard. They didn't tell us anything because they were waiting for the DNA to come back. The DNA came back, and today's the press conference. They had found her weeks ago already. All right. And good to see you, Deb. I haven't been able to say hi to you, but hi. Hello, everybody. All right. Let me just go back for a second because I know that's going to be the number one question. Who found her?
Wayne County, Utah, in a rural area of Utah. They were out taking photos and they came upon a decomposed body. It was very clearly a female. It later would be determined that it was around a 9-year-old girl. And the Wayne County Sheriff let the Santa Barbara County Sheriff know. Now, remember, Melodee and her mother, Ashley, had taken a road trip from Santa Barbara to Nebraska and back, a 3-day trip, whirlwind trip. She was last seen. Melodee was at a gas station along the Colorado-Utah border, and investigators believe shortly after that, when she went off the radar, that she was killed by her mother. Now, the victim was shot multiple times. A moment ago, Sheriff Bill.
I mean, do you really need to shoot your daughter multiple times? And yes, in the head. She had multiple gunshot wounds to her little tiny body, little tiny head. Imagine that. I really hope she did not see her mom do that. I really, truly, in all my heart and soul, hope that she did not take her last breath knowing that her mom did that to her.
Brown in Santa Barbara County saying this.
Watch out for
The
trolls,
decedent
guys.
was a female who had died from gunshot wounds to the head. Ashley was taken into custody without incident, and she was booked at the Northern Branch Jail for first-degree murder, where she is currently being held without bail. Melodee deserved a far better life than she had. We will honor her memory by ensuring that every step of this process is handled with care, compassion, and a steadfast commitment to justice.
And Alex, going back a little bit of what they've been doing over this month since the human remains decomposed were found on December 6th. We're told on December 17th, the ATF linked a shell casing that was found at the Buzzard home in Santa Barbara County to the evidence that was found on the scene in Utah. And then just last night, on December 22nd, the FBI made a positive DNA match, and that they knew for sure, and then they moved in and made that arrest today. But this has been a long search. It has been a mysterious one. We know when they went on that road trip that Melodee and her mother were wearing wigs when they rented a vehicle. Her mother allegedly switched license plates from California to New York plates on that trip. So it has been mysterious throughout. But tonight, Ashley Buzzard in jail, accused of murder, Alex.
Well, and Alex, had Ashley been...
And that's why it's good to wait till the press conference come out, because so much more comes with it. Princess Gumshoe says, I love Jay because I know we can come here and not have to hear about the true crime creator wars. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Princess Gumshoe. I'm not into that in my real life or anywhere. So thank you. We're here for true crime, and that's it. That's all. I come on and I tell you, and then I'm done. But we are giving stuff away today. So hang out here because we're giving away a Foxy Box and a $25 gift card to help with the rest of your Christmas, or to get yourself some coffee, to wrap presents, whatever it is that you need. All right. I was very fooled. I believe Melodee was hidden. Neuro, I thought she was hidden too, just for a minute or two. And then my last episode where I saw her making weird dolls out of her daughter, I figured that she had took her life, because that's just not something you don't make a memorial out of someone that's not dead. All right, listen, like Katie and Chris Proudfoot, guys, you do not get a memorial tattoo of somebody if they're not dead. Memorials are for people that are dead. When you talk about someone in the past tense, it's people that are dead. So just remember that, because we're all true crime people. The gift I got my mom that I have waiting on, a game broken. What happened? All right, let's continue. I want to make sure we get all of this in.
A suspect this entire time? Had she made any statements during this investigation? And also, what's next for her?
Yeah, she has not been cooperative whatsoever. We've been told through all of this, according to sources. But the investigators of the Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Office, they have been focused in on her from the beginning, because she left with her daughter. She came back without her daughter, and she would not help out. They arrested her once in an unrelated way, and that got her into jail. But a judge said that the arrest would not stick, and the judge released Ashley at that point. But we know that she was under 24/7 surveillance. Investigators were always watching her. Next up is going to be charges, maybe tomorrow. She's being held on suspicion of first-degree murder right now, but not charged with murder yet. That'll come tomorrow, maybe Friday, maybe next week. It's all with Christmas going to be a different time schedule on all of this. And then the judicial process will begin. But she is in jail right now.
Okay. Alex Stone.
Hey, Evan, can you jump back up here? I don't know why we're having an issue right now. I'm not really super. Evan Can Beer or something. Evan, can you come up here? Evan Can Beer. I don't know about you, but just there's nothing happening. There's no trolls. We're all good. Guys, it's hard for me to pay attention on here. Nothing's going wrong. So we'll figure it out afterwards. I promise. Okay. Carly, if you want to chime in, there's an Evan in here, Evan Care or something like that. Evan Can Beer. Come on back. We want to talk to you for a second. All right, let's keep going. Don't worry about it. Everything's okay right now, ladies.
Thanks for that update.
All right. All right. Now we're going to go here. We're going to do a quick Court TV thing. And then I'm going to go and show you what was happening with the protest just a couple days ago when she wasn't arrested outside of her house.
I'm Julia Janae with Court TV, and we have some major breaking news for you out of California. The body of missing 9-year-old Melodee Buzzard has been found, and her mother, Ashley Buzzard, has been arrested in connection with her daughter's murder. The paternal grandmother of little Melodee telling our affiliate KSBY there on California's Central Coast this morning that she was told this by detectives, that Melodee Buzzard's body was found in early December in Utah in an area where the mother and daughter had traveled.
We're looking for Evan Care Bear because, or can be a bear, whatever, because Evan looks like they have a wrench, and we don't have anyone on our channel with another wrench. So if you're around, cool. If not, ladies, we'll take care of it. Everything's good right now. We're all good. It's all good. I know this breaks my heart too. Everybody's being cool. If they're a troll, we'll time them out.
Now, law enforcement officials believe that
I know
Melodee was killed and that it likely she's been dead since October. That's according to law enforcement sources telling ABC News. They say that she was known to be missing. Investigators have been waiting on DNA to come back on those human remains, which now have come back, confirming it was indeed Melodee. Now, Ashley Buzzard.
You mean I'm not going to be alone on Christmas by myself because no one likes me? What? Oh, no. Andy Isham, I love you too, and the crew does. And, you know, when you put out good to this world, good comes back. Sometimes bad things happen to good people. Yeah, a can of beer. It looked like a can of beer. Anyway, somebody in here was commenting earlier, and it looked like they had a guilty of crime wrench. I have not wrenched anyone else up. So if we see them, we'll zap them. I'll take care of it after. Don't worry. That's what we're talking about here. We just don't want this to, you know, mess up what we're talking about today. So thank you, ladies, for being on it. Appreciate you, Andy. Much love to you. Let's keep going.
Arrested due to that DNA test return. That's according to those law enforcement sources. The investigation into the missing girl was sparked back in October.
So listen, guys, they knew, and may this little girl rest in peace. May she rest in peace. This little girl, guys, look at, this is not what she looked like. She didn't take pictures of her recently, okay? But this little girl was who she was hiding from her family that wanted custody. Now, somebody asked earlier, how long did the mom not have custody? She was raised by a different part of the family for many years. I believe she only got her back when she was like 8, something like that. It's a guilty of crime wrench is my mods, Mo. I'm just trying to get the mods are going crazy in chat, and I just want them to know it's okay. It's just a mod wrench. That's all it means, and we're all good right now. All right, Michael Bass, hey Jay, and guilty of crime, Merry Christmas, choo choo. A wrench is this. You see Foxy Amazon's name and then a wrench. That's what that is. So we see someone in here with a wrench. It's probably just a little icon, but we'll take care of it. No worries. If you look at Google Earth at Ashley's house, there's a picture of Melodee on the step. Interesting. Damn. All right, let's keep going. Poor little girl, man.
Her school reported her extended absence. Authorities determined that Melodee and Ashley left their California home on October 7th for this 3-day road trip that took them all the way to Nebraska. And you remember this surveillance video of Ashley seeming to wear a wig along with her daughter. They were last seen together on October 7th at that car rental company in their hometown. Now, Melodee was last seen alive on October 9th near the Colorado-Utah border. This is according to authorities, that when Buzzard returned the vehicle at that car rental later, Melodee was not with her. Now, Ashley never cooperated with authorities during the search for her daughter, and she was actually charged in November with false imprisonment for not letting a man leave her house who was trying to help her find Melodee. But those charges were eventually dismissed, and she was released. But again, she has been rearrested at her home this morning in connection with her daughter's death. We will keep you updated with any new developments. For now, we'll go back into the programming that's already in progress, Judgment.
And I'm glad they did breaking news for that, because that's super important for the big news medias to take a look at this. So I'm gonna show you also protesters rally outside of her house days ago. This has been, people have been bringing this to the media since the beginning of her going missing. And it's pretty unbelievable that, and this is what I was thinking as I was looking at the timeline. Listen, guys, they knew. Listen here, imagine how hard it would be. Cat Lady 1234, welcome. First time here, and I'm sad. It is a sad case, but we at least have answers for where Melodee Buzzard is. She's now been found. She can rest in peace. Listen, imagine how hard it was for these detectives to have known. They already knew that Ashley's body had been, not Ashley, Melodee's body had been found weeks ago. And law enforcement had to drop the charges for the other case and let go of her ankle monitor. Do you now think that they were probably watching her 24/7? I do. Canada Can 11, thank you for becoming a member. Welcome to the Crime Crew family. We appreciate you. Ninny Poo, good to see you. Cat Lady, welcome. Little Miss Sharon, thank you so much for the $5 super sticker. You're awesome.
Right. With Ashley Banfield.
Right. May Ashley Buzzard rest in peace. And may we continue to cover this and hopefully get the justice that she deserves, because thus far it's been rough. This has been a rough one. Now, look, protesters rallied outside of her home over the weekend. None of us caught any of this. And so I'm showing you now. We're just kind of going back a little. All right, everybody, good to see you. Come on in. If you're new here, welcome. All right, and thanks, everybody. We're going to give away a Foxy box in a little bit and a gift card. All right, look at this. Check this out.
The California home of Ashley Buzzard yesterday. Remember this? So it was a demonstration that was organized on TikTok. This is anger and frustration continue to build in the case of her missing 9-year-old daughter, Melodee.
And this is kind of what happened the entire time. People were out there and putting up signs, guys. And you guys had to have known at that point when we saw her ripping down signs, cutting the faces out, and then putting a shrine. That guy, Tyler, the weird guy, Tyler, that she held captive, allegedly, said that she made a shrine of her daughter. Why would you need a shrine? And I do understand sometimes people get a memorial tattoo. Let's say your mom or your cousin or your aunt or your favorite person gets cancer, or they get some sickness, and you know that ultimately that sickness is going to take them. Yes, many people will get a memorial tattoo at that time, but memorial tattoos are for people that, are for people that have passed. Cool and Chris, Cool NC Chris, I'm new to watching your channel because I want to know what happened, and I'm sick of these other people acting like Ashley is not guilty and that she sent her daughter to people she didn't know. Well, welcome to the Crime Crew, Cool and Chris, and that's not what happened at all. And there is Evan Can Be a Bear. How do you have a wrench to the channel is what I want to know. I cannot figure that out. Addie out there now if you need an Addie out there now if you need. What does that mean? All right, I'm gonna have to put user on a timeout. All right, I did that so I can figure that out, guys. All right, you guys happy? I did that. I can't figure out who that is, but I will. All right, let me go back for a second.
Remember this? So it was a demonstration that was organized on TikTok. This is anger and frustration continue to build in the case of her missing 9-year-old daughter, Melodee. The child has now been missing for more than 6 weeks. Protesters say they want answers. And in a stunning and emotional scene, one of the people outside the home was Buzzard's own older daughter. And this protest comes as an acquaintance.
And this is why I wanted to talk to you about that, because the older daughter was out there. The family has been there the whole time. I don't know which one right here is the older daughter. I'm going to assume, just looking at like the stature and stuff, that she had another daughter taken away. I know it's so weird. That person had a wrench, has a guilty of crime wrench, and I have no idea who that is. She is so beautiful, Cat Lady. But yes, that's why I wanted to show you. She had an older daughter that was already taken away from her, and her, along with the different family members that we've heard from the entire time, guys, they were out there looking for and trying to pressure Ashley. And look at she was out there doing. Why didn't they take Melodee away from her? Why? Curious if Melodee was found before or after Ashley was arrested for kidnapping. Well, she was found at the beginning of December. They said December, like 2nd? It was like 2 weeks ago. So I'm imagining it happened like right around the middle of that time. But they didn't know whose body it was. All right. So we'll go back, but I'm pretty sure it was right. Okay. They found her on the 3rd, and her arrest was, which I'll find. I'll pull it up. I don't know.
An acquaintance, Tyler Brewer, claims that she told him she left Melodee with a couple that she met at a zoo. People she allegedly can't name or locate or provide contact information for. Brewer says he pressed her about whether Melodee had been harmed or trafficked and claims she just refused to answer. Tonight, the questions are only growing louder.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation app right now on your phone. And
all right. So this case is I'm sure there's a bunch of things still coming out as we speak, guys. Like I said, I wanted to move backwards for a second, and it probably would be a good idea to see when she was arrested. I don't have the timeline, but I have this timeline. Let's take a look. Thank you. Angel of Light says, choo, choo. Love you. Merry Christmas, Jay. Hey, MM. Good to see you, my friend. I didn't see you earlier. This is horrible. I pray Ashley never sleeps in peace again. I agree. All right. You were just looking at this a few days ago because it dropped off the radar. Me too. I was like, what happened? All right. Let me take a look here real quick. So they don't even show that. It doesn't look like, okay, so October 9th, October 25th. I'm probably going to have to pull up the Santa Barbara page. Arrested on Tuesday, Santa Barbara. Let's take a look at this. Merry Christmas Eve, everyone. Electric Eye, good to see you. Let's put that up there. And let me remove this. Now I show you something. Hold on. Thank you, MM Clar. Much love to you. I was trying to answer you back today, but I was having trouble with my internet. So let's take a look at this real quick. Ashley Buzzard arrested in murder of daughter Melodee, cold-blooded. All right, let's see if they give us any indication. Ashley was arrested Tuesday for allegedly, and mods, if you guys hold on real quick. Let me get this up there. All right, there she was in the original arrest. Let's see. Hold on.
The disappearance of Melodee, but the question remains, where is she? And investigators are telling us they don't know her whereabouts.
It's a mystery that's fueling frustration. This is the last known recording of Melodee. Video obtained by investigators from a rental car facility surveillance camera shows images from October 7th. Melodee with her mother, Ashley, both wearing wigs.
Yeah, so let's take a look at this. Look at here. We got Santa Barbara, October 7th. We're kind of just moving through the timeline. And guys, this is all stuff that just came out minutes before I came on the live. So I want you to know we're trying to do the most up-to-date that we can. Oh my God. Why'd you do that? You know who the bear is, guys? That's Mrs. Guilty. Why did you do that? Why? I timed her out. I'm sorry I timed you out. I don't know why you changed your name like that, goofball. I'll fix it after. That was my wife, everybody. I don't know why she changes her name like that, but Mrs. Guilty has a wrench, and she was supposed to, we have a code word when Mrs. Guilty comes on and wrenches, because Mrs. Guilty is the head mod here, right? Let's be real. That's my wife. So that is her. We solved the crime, and we timed my wife out because she didn't tell me who it was. So my wife, Mrs. Guilty, was over there baiting you guys, messing around. You're in trouble, Mrs. Guilty. All right, I just subscribed to your channel and hit the like for you. Well, thank you. All right, Merry Christmas to everyone. Yes, Mrs. Guilty, you can hear me now. You got timed out because we didn't know who the hell you were. Next time, let me know, or you're in trouble. You're going to be on Santa's naughty list. You hear me? All right. Hey, the two women in my life definitely keep me on my toes, ladies. And then I got other ladies in my life like Tiff and Foxy and Carly and all my mods and Synth and Clar. You know how many women I have in my life that are on my ass every day? Well, thank you. All right, let's keep going. I'm going to time you out later, Mrs. Guilty.
Not only is Melodee wearing a wig in this video of the car rental agency, but also she has a hood up. And investigators believe that this was all to conceal her identity. Why, they don't know.
Now, listen, guys, we're giving away a Foxy box and a freaking Visa gift card. Y'all can at least hit that like button to get 328, can't you? It's free. There's my wife. Okay, you guys, it's a safe person close to home. Ignore the wrench. Mrs. Guilty, thank you. All right. Evan can be a bear. I don't know what that means, but it's 6'7", y'all. 6'7", 6'7". I love you, Mrs. Guilty. Aren't you supposed to be working? Okay, we got another mod in the house. She's a head mod, so she untimed herself, apparently. All right. Hello, Guilty of Crime mods chat. Hit that like on the way in. 6'7", 6'7". Yeah, someone's going to get spanked later for sure. You're on a timeout. All right, let's go. Let's go. We're giving stuff away, guys, and let's take a look. This is going to be the last segment.
About to embark on a 3-day road trip. Ashley renting a white 2024 Chevy Malibu, traveling more than 3,000 miles, driving 50 hours in a 72-hour period.
The way they came back from Nebraska doesn't make any sense to investigators because there is a more direct route to go, but they apparently went down into...
Okay, so listen, imagine this. Thank you so much, Mama Sage, for the $4.99 super sticker. Mo, thank you. Listen, can you imagine on November 7th, she was arrested. She was only held for a couple days. She got out. Can you imagine being law enforcement and watching that evil person with those wigs and the ugly stuff she was doing? Imagine watching her and knowing that there's a dead little 9-year-old girl that was found in the area that she was last seen and not wanting to get their hands on her and arrest her to the fullest, but they couldn't. So if it was November 7th, she was already out by then. She only had a few little things going on. Dirty talk. Y'all are crazy. 6'7" what I'm going to say. Yes, and they broke the door down. I wish they would have filmed that. I love how you timed out your wife. Kind of jealous. I can't do that to my husband. Christmas beautiful. Merry Christmas beautiful. Well, thank you. Thank you. Mrs. Guilty, you're in trouble. All right. So she was not being held at that time, but they were watching her. Freaking Claudia has to roll in and say more like 69. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are feeling good today. Y'all must be drinking some eggnog, man. Merry Christmas to y'all, man. Get the eggnog out. Let's go. All right. So, oh my goodness. Thank you for the $1.99 super sticker. Look at that. She said Baby Guilty did it. Baby Guilty did it. I'm telling y'all, Baby Guilty pulls the strings in this house. Baby Guilty's the puppet master in the Scott family. All right. All right. Let's keep going. Let me go back a little because I got distracted by that damn Build-A-Bear name. What the heck are we doing?
For Ashley, both wearing wigs.
Not only is Melodee wearing a wig in this video of the car rental agency, but also she has a hood up. And investigators believe that this was all to conceal her identity. Why, they don't know.
They're about to embark on a 3-day road trip. Ashley renting a white 2024 Chevy Malibu, traveling more than 3,000 miles, driving 50 hours in a 72-hour period.
The way they came back from Nebraska doesn't make any sense to investigators because there is a more direct route to go. But they apparently went down into Kansas and then across into Colorado and then kind of through the Southwest, through Utah and into Arizona and back into California. This was a 3-day trip. It was so fast. There was very little.
And guys, just imagine, I just want to show you this again because I remember when we took this drive, we drove, and guys, CrimeCon 2026 is going to be in Vegas. Anyhow, I remember driving through those because we drove to Grand Junction. Grand Junction is one of the last stops that Melodee and Ashley were. And I remember driving this with the big cliffs and the big hills. It could be very creepy, guys. Okay. That's scary to think that she left her 9-year-old girl's body with gunshots to the head just to rot out there. All right, Mab, thank you so much for the $1.99. He is king number 10. You are the king, and you still need to let me see your trophy, or so to speak. Baby Guilty changed the name, and yes, Mrs. Guilty, the audience thanks you for bringing a smile to the situation that is not such a good one. All right. Cool and Chris, Jay Scott, you're amazing. I love your vibe and personality. I love finding channels like yours. Merry Christmas to you and yours. Well, thank you, Cool and Chris. Keep coming back. Yes, Addie's in real time in Santa Barbara right now. And listen, Mrs. Guilty, we should go to Santa Barbara to go to the trial. All right. You got the wine. You guys are already throwing back the eggnog. I know it. All right, let's wrap this up so we can give stuff away.
West through Utah and into Arizona and back into California.
Yes,
this was a 3-day trip. It was so fast that there was very little downtime to go and come back.
Wyatt, I don't know if you missed the beginning, but that little Melodee Buzzard was found dead with multiple gunshot wounds to the head. And they found the same bullet in the house of Ashley Buzzard, so it matched her mom. And yes, I'm so glad they found her body. All right, we'll finish this, and then we're going to give stuff away, and we'll cleanse our palates.
Investigators say Melodee was last spotted near the Colorado-Utah border, but Ashley returned home to California without her and did not report her missing. When news of her disappearance spread, alarm bells rippled through the small Central California coast community.
What?
According to a neighbor, this video appears to show Ashley removing missing person posters from her front yard in late October.
And what do you guys think? Did you guys think that her daughter was still alive when she was removing the missing posters? And please, please, please relate this to other children that this happens to, because I want you to know when you see somebody like Chris and Katie pulling down flyers or saying we can't put flyers up, it's illegal. Just remember that. Remember that for the mothers like Jen Soto. Okay, please remember that. Yeah, she was already gone by then. She was dead. She was, and she knew that. She's the one that killed her. She took her life on October 9th or 10th. She was absolutely already dead when she did that. Dawn Wells, let's add that to the list. All right. Get your likes in, guys. Get your memberships in. Right after this video, we are giving stuff away. And I don't know who has a master's degree in English arts. Are you talking about Ashley, Tiff?
The feeling in Santa Barbara County and among the neighbors who live around the Buzzard home is that Ashley has to know something. She went on this road trip with her 9-year-old daughter and didn't come back with her. That clearly she's got to know something, that something happened on that road trip.
Authorities say Ashley has been uncooperative. For watchers of the case, it seemed like they're...
Now, listen, that was not an option for her. And I'm telling you right now what I think the motive is. You say, why can't she just give the little girl to the grandmother? The grandmother already had the little girl. And the state gave her back. All right? That was not an option. It was, I can't have you. No one can, in my opinion. Valerie, welcome to the crime crew family. This monster didn't want anyone to have Melodee if she couldn't.
There was good news on November 7th. Ashley was arrested on a felony charge of false imprisonment.
For allegedly not allowing a guy named Tyler Brewer from leaving the home. The allegation was that they were talking about the disappearance of Melodee and that she had a box cutter and she didn't allow him to leave.
But today, in court, the judge dismissed the charges after hearing an audio recording of a conversation between Ashley and Tyler. It contradicted what Tyler Brewer told police.
Okay, so you see that she was in jail. She was arrested the first time. The first time that she was arrested, we didn't know that it was unrelated charges. By then, she was already long gone. She had already took her life and dumped her, and she was out there decomposing for months, guys.
Tyler Brewer telling ABC News the 6-second audio clip played in court does not reflect the entirety of the events that happened that day. It leaves out the physical actions and emotional impact of many things before and after.
Now, because there is currently no open case against her, there's nothing really keeping Ashley from leaving the state. She is likely to be monitored by law enforcement if she does attempt to get on a plane or get on a train or drive across state borders. And it's probably not in her best interest to leave the state during this investigation. But legally speaking, there's nothing keeping her from just up and leaving.
I want to know where my granddaughter is.
Lily Dennis is Melodee's paternal grandmother.
Now remember, that's all the family that's been out there rooting for her. I dropped my puffer and I can't do my show without a puffer, guys. So I'm sorry, I gotta go get it. 1 second. All right, I'm just being honest with y'all. I feel like one of those detectives back in the day where they would sit there and puff on cigarettes while they were doing a case. CrimeCon's in Las Vegas, and it's $349 to all the way up to like $800, $900. Lisa Marie, welcome to the crime crew. All right. California is beautiful. I know you guys hear stuff and no, not the puffer. Yes, I need the vape. I need the vape. All right, California is beautiful. I love it here. I'm born and raised in Cali, and I have nothing bad to say about it. That's coming from me. Mab is also right down the street in California. I don't know how you feel. Mom, I made my meeting, just ended. Now I'm really late, but I'll rewatch. Love you, Mom. You're going to want to rewatch this. They found her, like I told you earlier.
But she says after Melodee's dad died, she saw less and less of.
Okay, there you go. There's the question of the freaking decade. Where is Melodee's father? Melodee Buzzard's father's right there. He died when she was 6 months old. After she died, the family wanted to still be in touch with her. Ultimately, they did get in touch with her. They even took her away, and they raised Melodee for years. And then California gave Melodee back to her crazy mom. Her mom did a little road trip to get rid of her, and she shot her in the head. I don't know what you're asking, Wyatt. She died. Oh, the dad died in a motorcycle accident or a car accident. All right, there's Melodee's dad, the question of the freaking decade.
Melodee and Ashley. Last week, Lily said she didn't recognize Ashley at all when she saw her in court.
If I would have seen her in the street, I'll be honest with you, I would have never recognized her. She looked so different, lost a lot of weight.
A piece of trash.
And no hair.
Okay.
9-year-old Melodee has been officially missing for over a month now. Last week, I spoke to Ashley's attorney.
Can you say whether Ashley is concerned about the welfare of her daughter, Melodee?
I can't comment on that.
It's not a crime to fail to report that your child is missing. Not reporting just in of itself is not a crime.
And tonight, as investigators continue to retrace the steps of that mysterious road trip, a community collectively holding its breath for now.
All right, and we now know she's no longer with us. So let's just say a quick prayer that Melodee Buzzard rests in peace, and that Ashley gets prosecuted to the fullest, and that Melodee gets the justice she deserves. She absolutely was a spitting image of not only her sister, but did you see the dad? She looks so much like her dad. All right. Cool. And Chris, I love how flashy this channel is. It's such a great vibe. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I guess we're flashy around here. It's the hair, isn't it? All right. May she rest in peace, guys. And now, you guys, drop a comment, hit that like, get ready, because we're giving away a gift card now, and then the Foxy Box. You got to be green, and you got to be in the United States. All right. Now, with the gift card, you don't have to be anything. You just have to give me your freaking email, and I'll send it over to you. Okay. Much love to you guys. Merry Christmas. We're going to drop this down. May she rest in peace. And we're going to, comment, like, all the stuff. Palette cleanser. All right. Yep. All the stuff, you guys. If you missed something, please go back and watch it. Do you justice to see exactly what happened to this little girl, Melodee. Like I said, may she rest in peace. Let me find my channel link and the app sorter, and I'll give the gift card away, and then I'll do the Foxy Box. All right. Get your stuff in, y'all. Get your time in. Get your likes in. All of that. I don't know how we get it almost every day to like an hour and 28 to an hour and 30 minutes. It's pretty cool. I guess I've been doing it for almost 2 years now, and so I'm able to gauge how much content I can get. All right, guys, you ready? Everybody ready? Eggnog and rum chata. All right, let's bring that up. Yeah, it's crazy. Almost every day we're able to get in an hour and a half. All right, you guys ready for this? Y'all ready for this? If I had music to play, I would. Happy 2026. Justice for the victims. 6-7. Let's go. All right. All right, guys. And trust me, I'm not dying to give my money away, but I want somebody that needs the help or wants the help or can use an extra buck to use it. 6-7, baby. 6-7, 6-9. Did Okie Crime News win last? No, Okie Crime News. Where's Okie Crime News, baby? You won. Here we go. You won. You won the gift card, my friend. So do me a favor. Drop me an email. All right. Drop me an email. It's guiltyofcrimebyj@gmail.com. Okie News. Boop. You just won yourself a gift card, my friend. Welcome. Welcome to the crime crew officially when you win. All right, Okie? guiltyofcrimebyj@gmail.com. My email's down there. Now we're giving away a Foxy box. All right, here we go. Congratulations to you. Let's get to it. I'm going to completely refresh this so that nobody gets ripped off. All right, we're going to go all the way back and just do a refresh. I don't want anyone to feel like they didn't get a fair chance at this, because I know how it feels when you don't win ever. All right, so I'm going to go back and copy the link again. Boop. Hey, you like me now when I boop you? Boop. All right. And the countdown begins, my friends. All right, this is a Foxy Box, guys. Let's go. Cheryl says this old lady needs a Foxy Box, but you gotta be green, Cheryl. What happened? All right, Princess Gumshoe. I know for a fact Princess Gumshoe has never won a Foxy Box unless she changed her name. So, Princess Gumshoe, I've been talking to you the whole episode. Where are you, my friend? Drum roll, please. That reminds me of what do you call that? The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Drum roll, please. Let's go. Yeah, you got to be green. You weren't green right now. Oh, you're not a member? Okay, not a member. Let's do it again. You're not a member, princess. You got to be in the green. All right, we're going to do it again. I've got to support those that support my channel. And sometimes we give stuff away, but I can't expect you guys to support the channel and me not give back. I just wouldn't feel right. All right. And trust me, I'm not dying to just give my money away, but it's good to help other people out. Chris Cutie says, I'm a member forever. Lady Justin. Well, we gift a lot of memberships, guys. So, oh no, Kathy, you know, we love you. We're going to snail mail you, but you're in the UK. Kathy's in the UK, and unfortunately, I can't do it. I can't do it. All right, I'm going to go one more. Casey, I hope you're a member soon. Cool and Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. All the mods. You have a lot of people looking out for nonsense chats. I think you're great. I'll try to become hey, we give stuff out, Cool and Chris. We give memberships all the time. Rest in peace. All right, that's up to you. I remember Kathy telling me that she would pay for the cost. So that's up to you. Can you tell me I need you, Foxy, if she's gonna pay for the shipping to UK. Are you okay with that? I remember you saying you would pay. So if she's gonna pay the shipping, then I have no qualms about it. She'll pay. Yeah, she'll pay. Kathy's good for her word. Kathy's been a big supporter of Guilty of Crime. Not only does she support me every day by giving me behind this, like she gives me the best up-to-date content. Kathy, I do appreciate that. So Kathy has been asking, you got it, my girl, you got it. All right, you got to email Foxy. So listen, Kathy, you got to email guiltyofprizes@gmail.com and she'll take care of you. All right. So thank you so much, everybody. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas Eve. I love you all so much. And listen, y'all get ready for this. Stockings will be available after Christmas, and I guarantee you, grab some up. I grabbed 3 of them, and it's the best thing I could ever do. $25 a pop for a stocking with all the stuff in it. I assure you, it is a steal. Get them now before they're gone. Princess Gumshoe, Jay, you're amazing. Thank you. Thank you guys for being here today for me, for others, and for Melodee Buzzard. May she rest in peace. You guys, I'm not going to see you guys. Probably not going to see you guys until after the holidays. I'll be back next week, but probably not this week because, the family. So I love each and every single one of you. Y'all know how to get hold of me if you need me. Oki takes it. Did Oki get it? Oki, did you get it? All right, so Oki, email me, and Miss Kathy, email Guilty of Prizes. Merry Christmas. I love all of you, and I hope to see you on Friday or Monday of next week. Look at Cheeky. She's got, I don't know, Cheeky, you got Guilty of Crime on there. You got a Guilty of Crime sticker. All right. Casey, love you. Merry Christmas. Jamie Casey, have a wonderful, beautiful Christmas. Chris Cutie, same to you. Debbie, Deborah, the real Rockin' Robin, Merry Christmas. Who am I going to listen to while I'm doing diamond art? You can go back and watch my replays. I've got over 1,500 videos you can catch up on. All right. I love you. I love you. Merry Christmas to every single one of you. And I'm out. Mwah. Everybody else that I talk to on a regular, I'll talk to y'all soon. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and I love you. Good night.
Guilty of crime.
I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please share this video, like, and subscribe. You can also follow me over at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, or Gmail. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can use Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. Thank you very much in advance. Guilty of crime.
Are you guilty of crime?